So you will go to this new over here, click on new. Now we'll click on request. So what we are doing is, guys, we are creating our own workspace in which we want to keep all the information regarding the project or APIs. If you want to save it in a particular folder, you can create a folder over here and then you can store everything over there. So here I'm creating a get request. Let's say get underscore request. If you want to give any description, it's optional. You can give it. Here you can create a folder. So let's say I want to keep my folder name as testing underscore API. You can give any name to it and save to testing API. So guys, this is how your Postman looks like. And if you see this section over here, you have all the calls here. As I've told you, the most important calls are get, post, put, and delete. You do have patch, copy, head, options, link, unlink, purge, lock. Commonly used are get, post, put, and delete. Now, we must have some API to test, right? Because we are not developing the APIs. We must have some API to test. And now we will be opening those APIs. So please go to your browser, reqres.in. So this is the site which is giving you test APIs so that you can test them with all the calls which are required. So real responses you will be getting because it is actually hitting the database and giving you the information accordingly. So APIs looks like this if you scroll down. So these are the APIs. This is get API for list users. So this is how you're going to get at the real time. Developers going to give you APIs like this, that this is the API for get. When you click on get API, you will see these things over here. This is the expected response. So status code should be 200. That means it should be successful. And this is called URI, service URL. I will be letting you know the difference between them. So guys, this URL over here of the server URL is called endpoint URL. And this is your further URL for API. So here I'm going to show it to you. This URL over here, reqres.in, it's called endpoint URL. So any URL which is a URL of a server itself, it's called endpoint URL. And this URL over here, which is a URL of API, is called service URL. So service URL plus endpoint URL combined is called URI. So when you are testing a particular API, you will be combining endpoint URL with service URL. So this is your server's URL, endpoint URL. Like for Google, it is google.com. This is my endpoint URL because this is a URL of a server. But if you see rest of the things after that, that is called request URL. That is means service URL. So here, when I'm writing, as I've told you, if I write software testing, so till here, this one till here, this is my endpoint URL. That means this is a URL of a server. But this URL after this is service URL. This is for the request I have sent. So total, the complete URL will be endpoint URL plus service URL. Endpoint URL plus service URL is something you're going to test. So this is your server's URL and this is your API's URL. This is my server URL and this is my API's URL. So if I combine them together, that is my complete URL which I'm going to test. And it is known as URI. So that's a combination of your endpoint URL plus service URL. So this is endpoint, this is service. This is something I require, like this is my API's URL. So developer will give you this URL. So this is to get, that means to search information. So here it should give you the information and this is your data. Some terms you need to remember, guys. This data is called, which you are expected to have. This is called payload. What you're going to do over here is, first of all, choose the method type which you're going to test. So I'm going to test get API. So here you can choose get and here you will be writing complete URI. URI means combination of your endpoint URL and service URL. So what you're going to do, go to your website over there, here, copy this. This is your endpoint URL. So Control C, go to Postman, paste it over here. Now, second thing you're going to do is, again go to this page copy this. This is your service URL. So you will be copying this and here you will paste it. This is how it should look like. So this is your complete URI or API's address which you're going to test. So you will choose your call. So whether it's a get call, put call, post or delete call. So right now it's a get call. I chose it. And here you're going to put endpoint URL and your service URL. But if you see here in the between, you have 2 slashes. So remove one. It should look like this. In front of API, you might have 2 slashes because one got copied from endpoint URL and one got copied from API. So there will be double slashes over there. So it should be only 1 slash. After doing so, you will be doing nothing, guys. Just click on this send. So if it is hitting server's API, if it is hitting server and giving you respond, you know the expected result is code 200, HTTP code 200. So I'm going to click on send and look at this. Here, even the time is given. It happened in 95 milliseconds and code which you are getting is 200 OK and this is the body. If as a result you're not getting this HTTP code, that means this API is not working according to the expectations and you will be reporting it back to the developer. That is what your job is. So you were expected to check these 3 things. You tested it. It's working fine. I will be showing you how to write test cases for it. But this is your work. You will be choosing appropriate call, passing the URL related to it, send and see whether it's giving you response accordingly or not. So see here, let's try to decode this URL. Till here we understand this is a URL of your server. Here we are saying go to resource page, that is API page. And what I want to see, I want to get into users page, question mark, where page is equal to 2. So this is how you can decode. Go to, so it's just like select star from users where page is equal to 2. If you want to convert it into SQL, it's just like select star from users where page is equal to 2. So see here, you get all the information on page number 2. All the information is of page number 2. See here, page 2. So this is how you can decode any URL just for your understanding. Remember, this question mark is query parameter and this is resource parameter. When you have slash name, that is resource parameter and the question mark is query parameter. Resource parameter means page on which we are searching and query parameter means this is the attribute you are searching on this page. Because let's say if I have to play around with it, I remove this thing. I said, okay, till users. I said send. Look at this. It gave me all the information of page 1, page 2, complete information because here I removed it. So you can play around with this. Here it is your query parameter. This is your resource. And now if I want to ask something, let's say question mark, page is 1. You can play around with that also. So page on first page, search for it. It is hitting. You can see things on page number 1. Say page number 3. I said send. Again, see, it show me information of page number 3. So URLs you can decode, you can play around with them accordingly. So this question mark is nothing, just a where clause. Where page is equal to 3. Here we have post call. Click on this option over here, post call. When you click on this, you see here, they are saying this is your URL and the response you are expecting is 201. And this is my payload. And this is the expected body, expected result. When you insert this payload, this should come as a expected result. This is your data to insert and this is the expected response with the response code. So here you have complete response and this is the request you're going to send. So this is my test sheet for API. Nothing is there, is test case number, description, endpoint URL. HTTP method I want to use. So this is my service URL. This is body if it is required. For get call, body is not required. This over here, this is your success response. Status code, what is the expected result? Expected result, HTTP 200 OK. If you go to next tab over here, comments, if you want to pass any comments. So this is a template to write test cases for API testing. You will be writing test case number, test case ID, description, endpoint URL, HTTP method, service URL, body. Body is always if you have put call or post call, for that body is required. For get or delete, you don't need any body. Success response, that means result. You expected result in simple words. This is the expected result. Status code, code which you are expecting, again the expected result, and comment if it's required. This is your first test case. This is to create user. This is my test case ID, create user. This is my endpoint URL which you just discussed. And call, now I'm going to test this call, post call. And URL for that post call is API users. And this is what my payload is, body, payload with which I'm testing it. And this is the response code I'm expecting. So this is how you can put it in a template when you're testing in real time. So my post call, this is my service URL, this is my response. So if you go to your Postman over here, you will choose the type from here. So let's say I want to do post call. And here I will be changing the URL. Till regression in, it's going to be same because my endpoint URL going to be same. And now I will be picking my API's URL, which is service URL. And you can copy this and paste it over here. Obviously, this post means to create the entity in the database. So you're creating something. If you're creating something, you need to pass body. You need to pass payload for it. That what you want to create, which entity you want to create. And for that, you will be clicking on this body section over here. Then go to raw. And here, instead of text, choose JSON format. These APIs which are written over there are written in JSON format. So that's why we are choosing JSON over here. Click on JSON. Here, you will be copying the payload, copy it from the website and paste it over here. So let's do that. I'll go to this website, copy this payload over here, and we'll go here and paste it. So this is how it should look like. Because it's a post call, that means this particular entity will be created in the backend. It's just like inserting row in the database. So you're inserting one row in the database. So post is what? Insert. So you're inserting row in the database. Now what is the expected result? So expected result is that response code should come as 201. This should be my expected result. So see what we get here. So I will again go, click on send, nothing else. You will click on send now. Look at this. You get 201. This is your status code. And here, this is the body we got. Response, expected result. Actual result is same as expected. So that's why this test case passed. If I'm not getting the same body or same code, I will be reporting it to the developer. So I will say it failed and I will be reporting it to the developer. So this is how you work on the post. If you want to delete this entity, very simple. You will choose delete from here. Go to your website, check for the delete call here. So click on delete, see what is expected. So this is the URL and I need this code. 204 is my expected result. There is no body. So only thing is test this particular request and this should be my response code. So what I'm going to do, I will copy this and we'll go to Postman. You see here, I will be changing this API, this. And now after changing it, you don't need any body, nothing is required. You will be just writing this. Click on send and look at this. 204 no content. This is the code required and there is no body. So code is 204. That means this row is deleted. This row is now deleted from the database and that's why you're getting no content. It got deleted. That is the response I'm expecting. So that is what I'm getting right now. So actual and expected is same. This test case passed. You are checking whether the expected and actual code is same, expected and actual body is same. If it is same, then it is passed. If it is not same, you will be reporting it to the developer by saying that it failed, please fix. This is what our job is. Let's understand last call, which is put call. So go to put, click on it. Now look at this. Guys, for put also, this is the payload. If you remember, when I posted it, job was leader. Now I want to change the job. So I'll edit the job. In order to edit, I'll click on this, put, and see here, job is now changed to something else. So here, this is my payload, which I want to pass. I want to update data of this person, Morphus, And now I want to change his job from leader to this. So what is update? Update means creating a new entity and changing the previous one. So this is my new entity. It's going to replace if anything is there already. So that is what update is. So for update, I need to pass payload. This is my response, expected response code, and this is my expected body. You will be copying this URL. Go to Postman, change it to put because I'm using now put call. API is same guys, but I'm just gonna again give it like that. If you get 2 slashes in between, please remove it. This is how it should look like. Here also you will be passing the body. So here again, click on body, go to row, JSON. It's already selected, so I'm not changing it. Here I will change the name, or you can change job here also, or you can copy it from there. It's totally your choice. You can copy it from here, although it's just the job is changed. So you can do it manually as well as you can, if you want, you can copy it and paste it. So here, Control V. So this is my payload. Now see the job is different. You can guys play around with it like anything. You can write software tester also. So let's say here, because this is just a data we are inserting and we are validating whether it's accepting it or not. So data doesn't matter what you are entering over there. It's not like data must be same as developer has given you. Yes, obviously data types should be same. If they have given you in character and you're passing number, it can give you a problem. But if they have given you some job like leader and you are changing it to the software tester, it's not going to make any difference because it's same thing. So here you are inserting, actually you're updating row like you do in databases. So here you are saying change job where name is Morphus, change its job from leader to this or whatever you want to give. And that's it. You will click on send. Look at the response code. 200, that is what expected. And this is the entry. Name is this, job is this, updated at this. This is my expected body. And actually also I'm getting the same. So you can cross check over there. This is the body which is required. I changed the job. That's why I'm seeing software tester over here. So if you have not changed it, you will see the same option here, Xeon resident. So this is how we can use put call. So guys, these are some common methods which as a tester, you're going to use to test the APIs. This is how you perform API testing with the help of Postman. In our next session, we're going to understand how we do this API testing with automation. This is we did with manual testing. We can do it with automation also. So in our next session, we will be understanding how we do it with automation testing.